Okay, let me continue on disease preventative measures. We were on ensuring that your cows are able to walk around. Something like the black leg disease is a muscle disease that affects the cows, and immediately your cow is not able to walk around, you'll easily realize that your cow has an issue. So allowing them to walk around helps you to observe them, helps them also to move the joints around and the muscles. That one contributes a lot in good health. On the other point, don't bring any sudden changes, mostly on feeding. One example I usually give is on concentrates. You may have changed your concentrate and realized at one point that maybe your cows diarrheaed a lot. Okay, quantity, if you give a lot of quantity, cows will definitely diarrhea. And the minute your cow is diarrheaing, remember it's removing materials that are not fully digested, plus the water that is needed for milk production out of the system. So a cow that is diarrheaing will not produce to its maximum potential. So avoid abrupt changes on fodder, concentrates, yeah. Also on their routines, it's always good to maintain a good routine on your farm. Let's say if you decide to be milking your cows at 4 in the morning, from 4, don't change that fast milking to maybe 4 today, tomorrow 6, and so on. No, these are things that contribute to diseases like uh, mastitis, and your cows will greatly be affected by such simple things. Other things, those changes usually lower the response of the cow on dealing with different diseases that come along. Another point is workers. People tend to change workers again and again. This is not good. The cows actually, if you're used to milking cows, at one point maybe you're not around, somebody else milked them, you may have had a complaint of the cow maybe not allowing that person to milk them, or maybe really dropping the amount of milk. So always maintain the same people you employ to make sure that your cows don't get that abrupt change that greatly affects them. If you have to change them, make sure there is a slight change that comes in such a way that you don't change all your workers at the same time. Maybe at the same time you don't abruptly do so. So always try to maintain the same employees on your farm. Instead of cleanliness, some people will be having dirty nails all the time when they're milking or handling the cows. There will be host of different kind of diseases for your cows. Something like calves, if you feed them with dirty fingers, it will give them calf scores. They'll start diarrheaing, and it will really greatly affect them. And something like mastitis as well. If a cow has a wound and the person who is milking the cow has dirty hands, that may get into the wound and really help to build on mastitis. Maintain calmness of the dairy farm. Cows need a lot of calmness. Remember this, they are females, and constantly scaring them off or maybe beating them, people coming in all the time, this will affect their production and their health. Something as simple as running away, being hit, breaking maybe a bone, or getting um, a wound on the skin, this will contribute to entry of disease causing agents into the body. So always try to maintain a lot of calmness in your dairy farm. Growing trees actually in the farm helps to maintain that air circulation, that calmness. Try to give them as close to the natural environment as possible. So trees help a lot in keeping the temperatures down, keeping your cows calm, the farm. Try to plant as many trees as you can. Immediately call a vet in case you experience any disease. Actually, this is a disease preventative measure because it will prevent the escalation of a small condition into something big. So, with your vet who usually deal with, ensure that if you see a condition, like for example, hardening of the udder, make sure the vet is called to prevent development of further mastitis. Hardening of the udder and maybe the cow is not producing milk, showing pain. Don't let that cow stay that way. Ensure you call a vet immediately to deal with it. Insuring your cows is also a very important thing when it comes to diseases. Let's say you have done all things that we have discussed above. You call the vet, but you still lose your cow. Having insured it, it will ensure that you continue with your dairy farming. Insurance is usually not very expensive, maybe 4 or 5% per year, the value of your dairy cow. At Smart Cow, on the extra section, you may apply for the insurance, and you will get people contacting you so that they can process the insurance for you. Let me also touch on a few things that you may have on your farm to deal with the small issues like injuries a cow may have. Sorry. Remember, if you have a big issue, always call a vet. Don't try to treat the cow on your own. But you may have a kit in your farm or in your store that can help you handle some of the minor issues that come along in your farm. One example I'll give is potassium permanganate. This one is used to wash wounds. You just need 2 crystals in clean water, and this one will help you clean off wounds to prevent formation of harmful causing harm causing organisms. We can also talk about bleaching powder. This one is used for cleaning the water. You can also use it for cleaning the shed. So agrovets usually have all this, and all you need to go is just for maybe a bleaching agent that can be used in cleaning water or the shed. A germicide, something like Dettol or Dettol-based products for animals. It will help you in cleaning the udder, cleaning the shed. And when you clean the animal and the shed, you definitely keep diseases away from your farm. Turpentine oil. Turpentine has many uses. You may consult a vet on the best use for it. But let's say you have hooves that are having maggots. Turpentine helps a lot when you apply it to kill those maggots and help heal the hooves. Iodine kit, the same usually used even for us human beings in hospitals. Maybe before putting in a needle, that place needs to be cleaned with an iodine. Also, cleaning wounds. Tetracycline tablet. This one, it will need a vet around to help you on how to use, but you just call a vet in case you're experiencing any cow that is experiencing fever, diarrhea. You may have the tablets around. In case a vet may not have the tablet, he or she may come to your farm, find that you have them, and help to um, deal with the first signs of maybe a disease that is coming, of which fever and diarrhea are usually some of the issues. So the tablet, tetracycline tablet, helps a lot on that. Neem oil, this one is used for skincare for the animals. In case you realize your animal has had a skin problem, it has been treated, but you need to keep those wounds or surfaces that are having issues. You need to constantly put the neem oil on them. It will help them heal faster, to take care of them, and help also prevent insects from ever landing there. You also need insecticides for things like ticks. Weekly, as we had said earlier, weekly spraying of your animals on heavily infested areas will help reduce the number of ticks this animal has. It can be monthly or depending on what your vet around will advise, depending on the load that there is. But it's always good to keep tick insecticide around the farm. Antibiotic ointment. This one is also used for wounds, but make sure the antibiotic you're using is just get a vet to tell you maybe which is the best to avoid issues of maybe resistance later on. But this one helps a lot in case your cow has wounds. Keep it around to be helping you clean those wounds. Indigestion medications, it's always good to have something that will help you in case you realize that cows are having indigestion issues. There are simple procedures that vets use, for example, using warm water and a pipe that goes all the way down to the rumen. You use like 20 liters of warm water, could also be saline, but always have a vet around or somebody with that knowledge to ensure that you do it the right way. But with a vet, a good vet, he or she can show you the emergency precaution measures that you can take to prevent loss of your cows, maybe before they get to your farm. There are others, and we may discuss them later on. But for now, um, I think that is okay. So thank you very much, smart cow farmers, and let's continue keeping records so that we have better management of our farms. Thank you.